Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate your support in coming here, and especially my friends and my family. Feel very happy to be here, and especially as well Xchanges Gallery, their support and the space and their help lending it to me has been wonderful, so I really appreciate that. I'd like to especially thank Cindy, the coordinator, for her help, and Barry for being a great contact person, and also Daniela for cleaning the space prior to the opening. There's just a couple of people that I'd like to thank that helped beyond their roles of friendship. Emma, where's Emma? And my sister Helen as well. They've helped so much in the past few months to put this together with me, and I really appreciate their support and their encouragement throughout that time. And as well, Wendy, the director of Visa, is here, and I want to thank her for really being there for me and for her lending me her curatorial eye on this show, as well as countless other things, so thank you very much. I'd like to also briefly talk about the show and kind of give you an overview about what I've been thinking when I created all of this. So my work is about whales, if you haven't figured it out. I have an obsession about whales, and from not what you would see from the tourist catalogs here in Victoria, but from a scientific perspective.
Not Moby Dick.
No. Well, yeah, so it's about whales from a scientific perspective. So these works along the wall here are based off of historical scientific anatomy drawings, but those drawings were created using what they had and what they knew about whales, which were dead specimens such as a Moby Dick. These ones are made from a modern day perspective, and so they're focusing on parts of the anatomy that you actually would see of a live whale at sea, or if you had an underwater camera as well. This piece over here in the corner called Pod is the population of the blue whales in the southern hemisphere. There's 3,500 approximately, and there's 3,500 small black triangles, so each triangle represents one whale. And the idea behind that is trying to understand what a clinical printed number means, seeing it in person and seeing them as a flawed triangle, a flawed individual, and what that looks like as a whole. The paintings are based off of the field work of scientists that they do at sea and the photos that they take and the amount of the whale that you actually see while you're at sea. So you won't always see the entire thing leaping out of the water like the tourist brochures would have you think, but sometimes it's just a small wisp of the back before it goes into the water. So that's those. And then on the opposite wall on the back there, those are charts of places of high cetacean or whale activity, and they're places that revolve around land masses like islands where there's a strong upwelling of current that brings nutrients up from the bottom, and so the whales really like those places. The land has actually been cut out and it's a negative shape because the land is a mystery to the whale, so they're from the whale's perspective. So that's sort of the general overview of the work, and if you have questions, I'd love to talk with you afterwards. Thank you so much for coming.